Hello, my name is Anita. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like what I'm talking about, please press thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. That will help the algorithm so the info that I share will reach more people will find me, and hopefully some more people will get the help that they are searching for here on YouTube. And to new followers, welcome. I'm happy that you are here. I hope that you find something that inspires you, motivates you, guides you, and empowers you, because that is my intention for this channel. So today I'm going to try as best as I can to put things together that I've been talking about before. Some of it might be new to you because I shared in Norwegian language before and I have gone over now to English only. So I'm going to try my best, and if my eyes go all over the place because I'm remembering some info that I have been channeling and I might be channeling something now, and also I'm tapping into my own memories, so bear with me here. I have no notes, so let's go. This life, first of all, when you meditate, you know you're a soul. You're not. I will just assume, just bear with me, just assume that you believe what I do, that we are soul in human form, consciousness in human form here on the planet. And what I believe we are here for is what I remember is my earth vision that I have held my whole life, but of course I've been doubting about the whole thing many times. But out of body experiences, 3 of them have taught me, one of them near death, is that it actually is like that. So I'm trusting it and I'm sharing from that perspective that I know it's true for me. So we are here in human form, and this is the human evolution, and this is the earth evolution, and the earth is helping us. The earth is a higher consciousness, and we are supported by Mother Earth. She's not out to get us, as somebody feel, and that this is an unsafe place that somebody feel. We are safe here, we are supported by Mother Earth. It's a higher consciousness, and the sun is also higher consciousness, and they are working together. They are the sun is meant to be there to help us, and also the moon, and these are talking together. They are cooperating. The sun and the moon are helping Mother Earth to rise again after her fall. It wasn't the earth herself that felt alone. It wasn't she who did anything. It was humanity on the planet long time ago that fell into lower frequencies, that fell into lower dimensions, to say, put it that way. But these are just labels. This is just words that I use to try to explain this in human language. To say that, so the earth, us humanity, we are helping Mother Earth, and Mother Earth is helping us. And when we are just in 3rd dimension, we are not at that much help, but as we have now awoken more and more, and we have reached higher levels of awareness, and we can at least tap into higher awareness than before, then we are releasing dense mass from our bodies, because the physical body in the 3rd dimension has very dense mass. So when I was born 52 years ago, the Earth's density was the Earth was more dense than it is now. And the light that comes in helps the Earth to get to have less and less density, and it helps we pick it up from the earth, so we have less and less density in our bodies now than we had before. And the new children that are born has less density in their body, and thank goodness they don't have to go as low as we had to go. So when I was born and when you were born, but when I was born, I speak for myself here, I remember the earth vision. And when we are born, we still remember because we have access to the quantum field and we still remember, but then we get impacted by the density on the planet. I got impacted by the density on the planets and from humanity around me. So my body got more and more density, as all of your body too. And then we started to forget, and we got indoctrinated with how it is here, and we forgot more and more of our memories, but some of us have stuck to those memories, maybe you too, and we have the original earth vision. And I also have vision of the earth's plan and how the earth fell, how humanity fell and brought the earth down. So when we were here, way back when the earth was created, it was sort of a playing field for us. This was a place where we came to just experience this planet in physical form, in physicality, because as soul we have lived many, many lifetimes on various planets, and some of us, and also many lifetimes here. And when some of us light workers have agreed to come here and help Mother Earth to raise the frequencies and to help people who are not that aware on this planet to raise the frequencies. And we are not going to save anybody. They are on their own path, on their own journey. And maybe not everybody here are supposed to wake up and to do this. It's a choice what the soul chose what we came here to do. We pre-planned our life, and we each of us had different tasks and different archetypes to play out, and different stories and things from the bloodline in our physical form, in our DNA, and we were meant to live out those experiences as a part of, as a way to, as a means to cleanse the physical form from the heavy density for ourselves, for our ancestors, for the lineage. We agreed about it. We agreed that this is what I will take on, and this is what I will experience, and this is what I will do in this lifetime to help myself, my lineage, ancestors, myself in previous lifetimes maybe, and help Mother Earth with, and help humanity with. So as we embody are impacted by the solar flares, the earth picks it up and we pick it up, and it works through the earth and up into our bodies. We are able to hold more and more light as time goes by, but our bodies are reacting to this by feeling all sorts of things. It feels amazing, you can feel amazing, magical. We can feel, if you feel a lot of dizziness, that increased a lot for me in 2018. I was on a boat all the time, like I was getting seasick. And this goes in phases, and this is only when your physical form are getting used to. I'm not very often dizzy anymore now, but it comes when the frequencies get even higher. So my body got used to some higher frequencies, and then some higher frequencies, and then some higher frequencies. But during the process, we have to cleanse out heavy, dense mass. And how do we do that? In many different ways, by working with all the bodies. So over the years, when I have been giving people massages, acupressure, worked with their fascia on their bodies, and worked with their mental plane, helping them with their mind and mindset and attitude, and teaching how the brain works and also how emotions work. And also I've been receiving more and more channeling and info and putting them pieces together. So working on all the bodies and healing, working on energy bodies with people. They have held less density because we store the density in our tissue, in our muscles, in our cell memory, we in the whole body, in our organs, in everything, in the tissue that connects all the organs and all the muscles and all the the fascia. So we are cleansing out, we are clearing out, and then our body gets lighter and lighter. It holds then less density, and when we do this, we are then able to tap more into the higher dimensions, say the fifth dimension, and we have access to more of the quantum field, or maybe we had access to it all the time, but we haven't been able to interpret it, understand what it was, except when we were young children. But we are all the time able to tap into everything. So I've been talking about these fields or clouds of consciousnesses, like one consciousness up there in the field. When you have an idea for an invention or something, I had many ideas for inventions, and I thought, no, I didn't believe in myself enough years ago that it was just nonsense. And then a few years later, somebody invented it, and probably many others had the same idea. But the difference is that somebody picked it up and felt like, this is something I can create, this is something I can do. So they made something out of it in the physical reality. It was just there as an energy, and as we know, everything is energies, everything is frequencies, and energy never ceases to exist. It's just when it goes over into another form. We also know this theory. I'm not explaining these things properly from a scientist point of view, but as we do, atoms and wave particles and what's the other thing? Anyway, but when we observe it, it shifts. What we are looking for or expecting to see is what will happen with the atom. It's changeable, it's shiftable. Just as the molecules, I think it's called, in the water, the frequency shifts if we send the water love, and if we send the water anger, the frequency shifts. And as we attain so much water in our physical form, we are supposed to have about 60-70% of the body, but most of us don't have that much because of density again, and overweight and all those things. But the more water we hold in our body, the lighter the body will be, because water is helping us. Water is Mother Earth. Water is cleansing us. Water is just like in electricity. It's dangerous, if the electricity gets out from a cable and it hits the water. We get fried if we step into that pond of water, and there's also this electricity hitting, and that water leads energy, I think it's how we explain it. So in our body, it's easier for the frequency in our body to flow freer when we have a lot of water, and when we drink water, it helps us. So there's a lot of things we can do. There's a lot of tools for our physical form to get to handle this light that comes in easier, because what's happening when the more light comes into the planet and into us, we are evolving, we are tapping into higher consciousness, we are tapping into more info from the quantum field, and all these, like I said, consciousness is lying there. There's a consciousness of fear created by humanity, consciousness of love created by humanity, and as long as the consciousness of fear is the biggest one, more people pick up on that one, and the trouble is that our mind is it's not always working for our best. It's just a part. The fun of being human is that we are how can I say that it's not computing well correctly, the brain. It's like our worst enemy, but it isn't. But we have to learn to manage our mind, but at the same time, just the most important thing is to remember you are not your mind, you are not your emotions, you are not your negative habits. It's cleansing out when it's getting more intense. So as you are shifting and you are releasing density from your physical form, you are also maybe begin to self-sabotage again things that you thought you were done with. You get these low feelings again that you thought that you had cleared out, that you were done with, and these lower thoughts, and it shows itself on the way out. It shows itself when it's cleansed out. So you can be aware of it and not own it again, but choose differently. Like, this is the old me, I'm not believing this anymore. This is not me anymore. That's the old version of me. This is something I'm cleansing it out also, not only from my mind, but from my physical form. So it comes up when it releases from the physical form. Like, you can help yourself with massages and all those things that like acupressure. You need to move your body so the energy flow. With stretching is very good. When breathing, and also when you feel your emotions, that is the most important, I feel, and the quickest way, at least the most effective way, but also quickest way to get to cleanse it out, to cry it out, and to laugh it out, and to meditate, and to when we meditate, we also cleanse. And if you're one of those who are not able to meditate, just reset your body with several deep breaths, and when you breathe in and count to 4, and you hold the breath for a few seconds, at least 2 seconds, and then breathe out and count to 6, and you can breathe in your nose and out your mouth, and you do this many times. You feel when it's shifted, you reset your nervous system, you calm yourself down, you reset your nervous system. So I feel that breathing and drinking lots of water, being in nature, are the most important things. So when you ground into Mother Earth, you ground into her frequency that is much lower, and when that's because then you are helping the physical form to slow down. You see, when I'm channeling and when I'm putting these things together, I tap into the channeling I've reached before. I'm talking really fast, and now I'm going to ground in myself. To speak slower. So because but I just went with the flow there. I'm just going with the flow, and I don't want to forget anything, so I might start to speak quickly again. But the point is, when we are receiving more light, the energy speeds up. It goes faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Like now when I talk really fast, I don't normally talk this fast. And that's because I'm tapping into the higher frequencies. And the Mother Earth is here to help us to slow it down, to become calmer, to tap into her frequency. I think it's 7.8 hertz approximately. And when we do that, we go into alpha mode, and our brain works differently. And we then become calm, and we don't get scared about these higher frequencies. So I'm not scared about these higher frequencies, but when they come in this fast, it's very hard to talk slowly. So if you feel you are getting very stressed lately and move faster and faster, and that the world is more chaotic, the world is more chaotic, anyway, forget about it. And you might be pulled into that, and you are meant to slow down. So daily, many times a day, slow down, ground yourself, put down the core deep into the earth. Then Mother Earth is helping you to process the frequencies, and being in nature and moving your body, and many different tools. I've taught some of it, talked about it here. You have EFT tapping, you have finger, Jin Jitsu finger handhold tapping, and you have breathing, that's most important. And because it calms the nervous system immediately in the physical body, all these tools do. So we have plenty of tools, and I see astrology and human design as spiritual tools to help you understand things and to interpret energies, and to interpret your own chart and your own plan why you came here. So I'm not teaching those things, but I have having as an interest for years astrology since I was 13 only. So I know much more astrology than I know human design, but I also study gene keys and the Venus sequence and things like that. So the point is, the easiest way is to move your body, breathe, ground yourself in, be in nature, drink more water, use your physical body, help your physical body with handling all of this by going to someone who can help you and give you a massage, maybe send you healing, and also help you handling your emotions. But the most important thing is to not be afraid to feel the emotions. Everything comes up from the unconscious now. Everything that's been stuck in your physical form, all your wounds and traumas are stuck in your physical form if you haven't released them yet. So we release them much, you might have released them from your emotions, from your mental, from consciously, but they still sit attached in your muscles and tissue. And when it comes, because it have been too dense here to release it completely, but now when it comes more light in, you are more able to release it from your body, and then it comes up and shows itself. It also comes up from the primal brain and also from the unconscious, the subconscious, and show itself to us what are still there. And what the quickest way is to use different tools when you feel things. And when I say feel things, feel it, but don't also anger, sadness, grief, just cry, just laugh, just get angry, but not at anybody. You can see it as an arrow. You don't point the arrow at anybody, you don't point the arrow at yourself, you don't point your anger and your frustration at anybody. You just feel it, you let it come up, and you experience it, preferably alone, or if you with somebody, you step out of the house, you say, sorry, I need time, this has nothing to do with you, I'm just processing emotions and things that comes up from long ago. Has nothing to do with you. This is what we are learning. This is how will I do that? People ask me, how will I learn that? You do it by learning it. By now that I am explaining it to you, you practice it. You do it over and over and over again. You remind yourself this is human evolution. You can think about it as another word is ascension, and new earth consciousness, and our physical form are going with us, and we are when we have less density, we are able to embody more of our own light, the soul light, that are a little bit more above us now, and we are able to put it more and more can be embodied in our physical form. So you can see your soul as a light above you, connected to source, creator, God, whatever you call it. It's the only labels, but the higher force, the higher power, spirit. Spirit might be your soul, your higher self, many names, but anyway, you tap into your light that's connected to creator, to source, and then you are a pure channel from source coming into your higher self, your soul, into your physical body, and more light will come into your physical form. And when more light comes in, more shit and nonsense arises that are not meant to be here anymore within you, in your subconscious, unconscious, in your physical form. And when it is cleansing out, it could be very scary. It could feel like anxiety. It is re-experience those emotions. But when we fear it, we own it, we make it us. But remember, it is not you. You are just cleansing it out. You are not your emotions or your thoughts and your old self-sabotaging behavior that might get worse for a while, just remind yourself, this is just cleansing out, this is just clearing out, this is just coming up, showing me, and then we have to make the choice. This is not me anymore, thank you very much, I'm just going with the emotions, feeling them to cleanse them out for good. And if it comes up again, cleanse it out for good. It's not that like it didn't work the last time, it's just more. It's just more light, more comes up, cleanse out more. Let it go, do not own it, because it's the same with the consciousness that floating in the ethers. We have access to everything from the quantum field, and you get more and more. I'm saying this a long time, that everybody will get highly sensitive. I've been all my life, but I've gotten more and more sensitive, and I'm not talking about being a person who gets easily offended. I'm talking about feeling energies of other people, feeling humanity's emotions when there was huge fear on the planet during when COVID broke out and all the world shut down. I could feel people's fear from far away, and had to learn more and more. This is not we are all learning. This is my intuition, this is guidance that is pure, this is guidance that is false, this is not my intuition, this is somebody else's emotion and fear, this is not my fear, this is my emotions, these are my fears, but it's not me, I'm not making it me, I'm cleansing it out. So when you tap into different consciousnesses here, let's say, I can also explain it, I explained it with the invention ideas and things like that. And maybe it was good that you didn't pick it, because it wasn't for you to do. It's not something you chose, you just felt it. And you will feel more and more. And that's very confusing for a lot of people. We are not meant, I always call myself like a popcorn head, like all kinds of ideas come in. I feel it, I'm not meant to do all those things. I would never, so I wouldn't have the time, energy, I will get so burned out. And this is what we sometimes do, we pick things that are not for us, and then we get exhausted. And so just, okay, I'm listening, I hear you, but feel in your body, does it feel correct for me? Am I supposed to do this, to create this, to do that, pick that idea? No, toss it out. And I will explain it easier with, let's say you go about your day and you feel fine in your body, you don't have any headache or anything, suddenly, poof, you have a lot of headache. It could be that you just picked up something that was floating by in that field I'm talking about, and somebody might have just released a headache and you were nearby, or you just at that moment were at the same frequency like that headache, just for a split second, not even that, and you picked up the headache. And if you believe this headache is yours, that it's yours, you are owning it, you're putting a label on it, you're making it yours. Oh my god, now I have headache. And then you just think or then the headache will stick there for a while. Or you're remembering that this is not my headache, it just came, there's no reason for me to have headache now, so I'm just releasing that. That is the thing you can first try. I'm just releasing that, this is not my headache, I'm putting it out there again, I don't want it, it came just like that, and it can just disappear just as quickly because it's not mine. And if that doesn't work and it's still there, you might be that you're not believing in what I'm saying, or also, it could be that the headache came from yourself by more things coming up to be released and felt. So let's say you had an old injury, like I had. You can suddenly, when I was 18, I crashed into the mountain wall and was severely damaged in my physical body. And then also, sometimes I have been previously experiencing sudden pain that reminds me what I experienced right after the accident, and then I know, no, I haven't done anything now, we are not playing this game, it's just coming up to be cleansed out. And also if you suddenly fall down the stair, like innocently fall down the stair or something, your body might think it is now affected, because cell memories might think the accident is happening again, and I have to remind my body that this accident is this fall was nothing. This is not bad at all. Dear body, speak to my body. This is nothing. This is not the accident. It's not the same. You don't have to go into crisis mode and think this is something really bad and lock yourself like you had to do during the car accident. You see. So I have to calm my body then, my nervous system, and convince it that this fall was nothing. And the quicker you think that, I will tell a little story that might explain this better. When I was studying in America, I worked with Jack Canfield, took the trainer success principles education with him, both online and methodology he created, and also worked with Lisa Nichols, and then I also joined education with Deborah Poneman. That for a while I actually stopped doing that because that was an idea that I got that wasn't for me, so I actually cancelled that education after a while. I did the beginning, completed that, and then I signed up for more, but I stopped that. And nothing wrong with the education, it was just not for me. Not for me. The other things was working with Lisa Nichols at Speak and Write to Make Millions, making book contract with it's Thrive now, but before it was another name. All those things I was meant to do. But I had a fall there in the classroom in front of all the other students. All the other souls there, where we were sitting in a ring face towards the teacher, and then we got a break. So I stood up and I had this most ridiculous fall because I got this, it was in very high frequencies. This was in 2019, 18 or 19. And what happened is that I suddenly felt like in my own feet. Many of the students have been starting to walk out of the classroom, but the teacher was there and another teacher and assistant, and I just felt flat, like the only thing was hitting the chair was beneath my chin here, and my head just smacked back completely, like totally back, and I fell into the floor. So it was like my arms were along my side of the body, and I smacked into that chair, and and I had an old neck injury from I was 18 years old. My body immediately believed that I was going to either die, get paralyzed, because after the car accident I was paralyzed for a while from my waist down, not for long, only for a little while until I got the feelings back again, thank goodness. So my body believed it was happening now, in that moment, but everybody came rushing around me, cleared a chair, made a circle around me, and I was laying there. When I fell down, I just rolled over at the same time on my back, as I remember it. And I lay there and I didn't move. I did not move. And people were going to touch my body and things like that, and to help me and to put me in a better position. I just say, no, stop everybody, because I was picking up higher consciousness. I knew in this moment, this is for everybody to see what I'm doing now, and for me to learn, and for me to remember to teach others later. And because I already had this awareness many years back, from I was in the beginning of my 20s, that the body believes it's happening again when it's not. So I knew immediately, I was observing myself, that I was laying there, my body believing I was severely damaged, and I knew I wasn't, or I chose to, in that split of a second, I chose to, no, this is not happening to me. No, this is not happening. People thought I had broken my neck. They were ready to call ambulance, and it looked really scary, they said. And I just said, let's all breathe. I'm breathing. Leave me alone. Don't touch me. I have to tap into my body and convince my body, and that this is nothing. This is nothing. It's just a minor fall. So I breathed and I convinced my body everything is fine, everything is okay. I'm just gonna lay here now, tap into my body, feel how it feels when it's laying down here on the floor. So I tuned into from my toe and up and up and up and up and up and up to my neck. And then I started to move, you know, my toes and bended my knees, and I felt my back differently. And I took the knees the odd one way a little bit and the other way a little bit and a little bit longer. And then I started to move my shoulders, my arms a little bit like this, and said, okay, everything is working. I said to everybody, everything is working. And I breathed more and more deeper, and then I was able to move my head. I taught myself I very slowly, very carefully move my head, and then I started to move the head more and more. And then I said, I'll be going to help you up, and I said, no, just I need to do this my own. So then I bended over with bended knees, I rolled over, and then I was sitting on my palms of my hand and my knees, and just feeling how does this feel. And bend backwards, you know, in a yoga pose like the frog. And then I just felt, okay, this is also working. And I rolled my back up and my neck and everything, and felt like this is all working, everything's working. I moved my head again, and I moved my shoulders more, and I said, I think, okay, I think I'm ready. Can you help me just get up in each arm and just slowly help me to stand on my feet? And they did, and I got up and I stood on my feet and felt how that felt, and they helped me to sit on a chair, and I felt how that felt. And actually I went on my own to my own room in this beautiful place. I went to my own room and I took rescue remedy. I talked to myself in the mirror. I breathed deeply. I laughed and I cried at once and said, geez, this is not happening. And I am good. I am good. I am good. Everything is okay. So I convinced myself in the mirror, and I also put lavender oil on my neck, and took more rescue remedy, and I took homeopathic remedy also for shock. I think it was oh my god, I forgot the name now. Both aconitum and I don't remember the other name. It's what you take right after something has shocked the system. Many pills of that, of course follow the subscription. And then I went to my bed and lay down on my bed and calmed the body. And then I started meditating, and then I tapped into previous lifetimes, many previous lifetimes. It just popped up, and I could see that in every lifetime my neck has been attacked. You know, in all the deaths that I have experienced, it's been my neck. It's been my neck. And I realized that I'm cleansing out past lifetimes now, where I was killed brutally by being either speared or cut my head out with a sword, or in a guillotine, I think it's a guillotine, or hanged, and all these attacks on my neck. And I realized that I'm healing that now, and also this lifetime's car accident, healing more deeply. So you see, I'm sorry the story was a little bit long, but I hope it can inspire you, because it's also teaching you how to handle it. It's your choice with your brain and how you convince your body that this is a minor thing. This is not big like happened before in previous lifetimes, or in memory from lineage, memory from ancestors, and what happened to them, different archetypes that you tap into, that you feel that all of humanity have played out. It's not happening with you now. It's just something that occurred, a minor thing, and we are not allowing it to affect us deeply now, in this moment. And it is in that moment that you make the choice, and in next moment, over and over again. And then I could feel I was totally fine. I was okay. I went to deep meditation and release and cried. And I called one of my friends back home and told her everything. So I got it more released, and I asked her if she could just send me healing too, just to make sure, you know. And that's it. I went back to the classroom, slowly of course, and I was fine. I was perfectly fine. I could feel my neck was a little bit sore for a while, but I think that was just my brain messing with me. So like, I could not believe this was possible, and everybody was so shocked. We thought you broke. We were sure you broke your neck. We was ready to call the ambulance. And I just said, yeah, I just got channeled and informed that this is the way to handle it, and it was the same as I have experienced before. So I hope this helps you. So just feel everything and work on your energy body. Ground in, breathe, feel, being nature, release everything that comes up. Be aware of what you're choosing as your own, that you pick up there out there in the field, and what is not yours, and send other people's energy back to them, and take your energy back from everyone else. And you're not taking anything that isn't yours, and you're not sending back any of your things. It's that you are very clear on. You send out that's what's not yours, and you are taking back what is yours, and you ground in, and you visualize you are embodying more and more light. When things comes up, you just release it, and more and more your soul is able to embody in physical form. You tap into higher consciousnesses. You're able to access higher consciousnesses. You learn more and more, you understand more and more info comes in, what resonates in your physical body. Soul speaks through your physical form. So when something feels correct in your physical body, when you ground in and you breathe slowly, you feel it in your sacral chakra, in your lower belly, and around your navel, and in your higher stomach. In your lower stomach, around your navel, and in your higher stomach, you might feel it in your heart chakra, and all. I'm sorry, it was just low battery on the phone. I'm going to charge it, put in the charger. Sorry about that. So yeah, so you feel it in your whole body, and you feel it when you. Just allow, and don't identify with it. This is not you. Just allow it to come up and release and cleanse, and do different various tools that will help your physical form, that will help your mental state, that will help your emotions. It will help you to remember this, and listen to this video many times, so you remember this, and so you learn this, and you can practice this if it resonates. Of course, we all have different truths, different perspectives, different channeling. I'm channeling from source and through my soul to make sure it is clear and pure. That's only what I pick up, and that it is for me especially. And this is what works for me, and this is what I teach. And I do coaching. I know are hooked up on WhatsApp. So if you want a coaching session with me on WhatsApp, or if you live in Norway, you can contact me via coaching. I have coaching session then too, over phone, over camera phone, because you don't have to have camera if you don't want it. And also in person if you live nearby, or if you travel here, contact me. And if you are living in a different country than Norway, you can contact me through WhatsApp, and the link is under here. I put it under here, and it's very, very easy to get in touch with me. So I also put linktree below here, and if you like what I'm talking about, please subscribe to my channel, press the thumbs up, and you can touch on the bell to activate when I am posting another video, because I live in flow. I do not post anything if I am not very clear in my physical body that my soul is speaking to me that I am supposed to share something and post a video. And I'm doing my work all the time. We all need to do the work all the time, but it goes up and down. It goes up and down. It's just the frequency you tap into in the now moment. Sometimes we are experiencing third dimensional and we feel very low, and sometimes we are in higher frequency in the maybe in the fifth dimension, but something comes up and you need to cleanse it out and remind yourself you're not there. And all the times you know, we go up and down during the day, which field we are in. We are tapping into the different fields, but we still are in our physical body, and our physical body are getting more and more light, so it will ascend to higher frequencies, so it will be able to embody more and more of our own soul light, more of our soul. And this is how they meet. And Mother Earth is going to the 7th dimension. And like I said, during the fall, it was all of humanity who were in higher frequency, like humanity's fall, Earth's fall, whatever. It was just that we were in higher frequency, 5th dimension, maybe 7th dimension, even here on the Earth, because I think the Earth was then in 7 dimensions, so we were able to be here in somewhat form. With so little density, and just explore and be here and play in this field, to just experience physical form in a different way on this planet. And then more and more we got pulled down into lower frequency, because we wanted to, we felt we were fascinated by emotions, and this some were that, and the Earth went into lower frequencies, because the Earth is forced to go lower when it's higher than us all the time, but when humanity, most of humanity went down into lower frequency, the Earth was forced to go into lower frequencies too, to go down into the 5th dimension when we went down into the 3rd dimension. So that's the thing. So now, as more and more humans now are tapping into much higher frequencies, like the 5th dimension, the Earth is now able to ascend from 5th to 7th. So we are helping her to get up again. We are helping ourselves to get up again. Mother Earth is helping us. The Sun is helping us. The Moon is helping us with its cycles, and everything goes in ebbs and flows. And we are what we are also learning is to hold more light. So we embody, we receive more light, and we are learning, our physical body are learning, not by something we do, but we get used to, we experience it more and more, and as we release the old emotions and traumas and wounds and heal those and release those, we are then able to spend longer times in higher frequencies, so we don't go anywhere. It's still in our physical form, and our bodies become lighter and lighter. And what was I saying? I lost that thought. So we are here in physical form. We are getting into higher frequencies and tapping into more. And like I said, it goes up and down, and just be in it, just flow with it, be in flow, experience what you're experiencing without taking it personal, without judging yourself, without thinking you are it. And then look at yourself like you're floating down the river. You are not resisting it, you are just going with it. Breathe and live your life as best as you can, trying to enjoy it. It's all about enjoying it, not by partying and things like that, not talking about, but being in communion with other people, deep experiences. The most important things are not, you know, the status and a lot of money, but of course money gives freedom, so and we still play in that field, but it's more important things that are most important for you to do that. The deep connections are most valuable to me with people I love, and you will be able to feel more and more love for yourself and for everyone. And yes, not judge anyone. You are not where you are. We are all on our own timeline and on our own path and journey. Yeah, I just lost that. I was going to put it even more together for you. It's very important, Jan. So it comes in another video. So, but yeah. I hope this helps. It's 48 minutes now, but I see a lot of people post video that are talking about this new time here on the planet, and so it's all good. Everything is good. It's all okay. All the darkness. Yes, I see all the darkness in the world. I see everything. I've seen it all my life. Everything that is not as it is supposed to be, but everything is as it's supposed to be, because this is part of the awakening. We see the darkness and the shit and the